All right, it is the middle of January 2022, and I'm going to try to create a short video that will be a step-by-step walkthrough of how to open up the lake house, which really is primarily how to turn on the water. The other things are literally just turning the thermostat up and the heat should come on, and the electricity no longer goes off in the winter, so it's really just about this water. But so I thought I could. Can't I switch this around midway? Son of a gun. All right, I'm gonna have to do a little editing here because I want it to be front facing. Okay, now we're front facing. I'll edit this later, I suppose. As you can see, bluebird skies, absolutely gorgeous day at the lake, but that's not the important part. The important part is I'm standing outside the cellar entrance. That's where you're gonna start your journey. Come in here. There is a padlock, a key, currently labeled basement key, Sid's handwriting. Who knows what it'll be called in the future, but this will be locked in some way. You'll have to unlock it. Not a problem. Come in, light switch is immediately up and to the left, off, on. Also, Sid has marked that as lights just in case. All right, now the order that you want to do things in, I think is the easiest way is to just, when you come in, there's going to be these two guys hanging right in front of you. They will be set to open. If they're open, water's going to be coming out of them. Once you turn the water on, you don't want that. So close him, close this guy. He's right now one of these rocker switches. So you want that rocker switch horizontal so it's closed. Then you're going to come over to the hot water heater. Currently, for reasons that I don't fully understand, where did it go? Oh, here it is. Our hot water switch, or I'm sorry, the outlet. So you can see that that is a hose that drains to the low point of the basement. So if you want to drain the hot water here, that's how you do it. If you want that to not be happening, you have to have that closed. That's that guy right there. For some reason, there is no handle on him. Today I was able to do it with just hand tightening. Obviously, a pair of pliers or something like that would do it easily. I think that will be one of the things that I work on, is getting a handle that just lives there. Makes that job easier. All right, now you come back here to the gray water collection area, and this guy right here, this valve at the bottom, obviously drains the gray water collection. It'll be open. You want to close that. I don't want to open it right now because I don't want gray water spilling all over me. There is also a hose, which currently just jumbled up right here. When that gray water collection was originally put in, the idea was that you could connect the hose to that outlet, run the hose over to, again, the low, here's the hose. Wasn't the right hose. Here's the hose. The idea is that would be connected there. It would drain over to the low point of the basement. That way you could drain the gray water collection. There is also, very bad lighting back here. You can see there's a pressure tank. There's a sump pump. There's a 55-gallon drum. That's the basic gist of it. Right here at the end, there's a valve that I'm pretty sure they only put that there so that this short green hose that's connected with a nice tight nozzle at the end of it, if you open that hose, you're going to get a thin stream of water that you can use to clean the inside of this tub. Or at least that was the idea when it was originally made. It does not look like the inside of that tub has been cleaned for many years at this point. So I think that sort of died on the vines at some point. But not going to focus on that for right now. Coming around here, there's a couple more things to get. Probably the easiest ones are these guys. There's very bad lighting. Hopefully you can see it. There is one thin PVC line that runs along the back wall there. There are 3 outlet valves from that PVC. Actually, one of them, the one on the far left here, I don't know if you can see it, but this one on the far left actually goes back into the smaller crawl space and is actually a drain from the laundry room area. There is a marker on there that says as much, although that just fell off and probably will never come back. The one in the middle says that it's the hot water drain. Again, sort of falling off. But that's this red one in the middle. And then this one to the right. Frankly, I'm not sure exactly what it drains, but it has to be closed. More importantly, there is a thick incoming line that, see if I can get it. That's it right there. You can follow it. You really can't see in this video, but that is the hose coming into the pressure tank. That is the well water coming in out of the ground. And there is a valve on that as it joins into the pressure tank. That valve has to be closed or else you'll be spitting water everywhere. So at that point, you've closed all the valves. The only thing that is left to do is to plug in this sump pump. The plug for that is in the rafters, or at least currently. Again, lighting is not so good, but I think you get the basic gist of it. Maybe I'll get pictures and insert them into the video, and that'll try to help things. But at that point, should be ready to just turn on the power for the well, and that's going to be located in the fuse box. I'll show that in just 1 second. All right, guys, now I'm in the house for the latter part of the opening. If you come up in the winter, you're almost certainly going to want to turn on the fireplace. That's super simple. Little switch right there next to the fire, turns that on, boom, you're golden. The rest of the heat, come over to the thermostat. Let it focus in on that. I turned it up to about 65 degrees because I'm only going to be here for a couple hours. I'm currently in a sweatshirt. I'm moving around a little bit, but it's like a 35-degree day out, and I've been here for maybe an hour. You can see the internal temperature is showing already up to 60 degrees, and it's pretty darn comfortable in here. Now, at least as it is currently, there's this weird piece of wood that got carved out to fit the exact shape. The idea is that it's keeping the heat down in the lower level. So if you're going to be here for a short period of time, open it up for just a weekend or something like that maybe, and everybody can stay down the first floor, then probably leave that there, and it will heat the place a little bit more efficiently. I'm going to be removing that in just a minute so that our home inspector can take a look at it. So let's take the last step of the water, and that's just the fuse box. This used to be located under the stairs. When they redid the electric a couple years ago, they changed it, made the water and the well just part of the electrical system of the house. So here's our fuse. It's just to the immediate left as you go into the oldest bedroom in the house. Open that up, and then on the right side, we've got a double breaker, both marked well, and that will be in the off position. I've already opened it up so that I can have water running, but that's it. You turn on the well like that. At that point, you have now made it so that there is water active in the house. More than likely, the taps will have been left open when whoever shut down for the winter. If not, you open those things up. Right now, it's calling for hot water. I just turned on the hot water heater, but there's probably not enough hot water in the tank, so that's why we were getting that kind of spitting. So if you see that, that's your cause. I did not go over turning on the hot water tank, so I'll have to go back down for that. But so you can see we have cold water running pretty well, pretty clear, pretty good pressure. Not hot water. I'm going to turn that off so that doesn't sound so angry. The only other things right now are the one bathroom in the house. As it is currently, I believe this is going to change, but so it looks a little nasty, but more importantly, the valves in the back appear to be frozen shut. When I got here today, they were open. So I think they're gonna, when I leave here today, I'm gonna keep them open. That's something maybe we'll work on in the near future, but really just flush it so that the tank drains after you've turned off the water, so that the tank drains and does not refill. And then you're going to put RV antifreeze in the actual commode itself, which right now is filled with kind of nasty well water. That's why it's all looking gnarly like that. If I was actually going to stay here with my family or something like that, I would probably flush this 5 or 6 times, get the water running through it, and it would start to clear up and look a little better. This is the only other valve in the house. Same thing. Oh, I'm sorry, there's the shower tube. So right now, it's running cold water okay. When I ask it to call for hot water, it pisses at me. So I'm gonna give the hot water heater a little bit of time to warm up. Same thing in here. We've got the shower. Right now it's set up with two valves. That's your cold water valve on the right. That's got cold water running to the shower. If I turn that off, call the hot water, I get my spitting air again. So I'm going to give that hot water heater a little bit of time to warm up. But that's the basic gist of it. Those are all the valves that you have to worry about inside the house. And it looks like today we've got everything running okay. I'm going to stop the video one more time and go downstairs again just to show you the hot water. All right, now we're downstairs in the basement one more time, or maybe, who knows, I'll splice edit this in so that we just stay in the basement and it makes sense. But the hot water heater is the easiest thing in the house to deal with right now. There is your gas line coming in. Right now it's set in the open position, obviously straight up and down. When you close down the house, you spin that so that it's horizontal and you don't have gas coming in at that point. It doesn't look like that was done last time. I'm not sure why, but that's certainly part of the close down opening. You're going to open that up, and then literally you got a box here, just an on and off switch. It's going to be off when you see it. Flip it to on, and then the hot water heater does all the rest. I think I mentioned while I was showing stuff upstairs, hot water heater is probably been on for about 10 minutes right now, and there is not hot water available to be called on yet. So I will I'll keep kind of timing that, and then maybe I'll add that to the video just so that you have a sense of how long you should expect it to be before hot water is available. All right. One last thing to check. If for some reason the heat is not coming on, or you're having any problems with the gas, the main gas source is around the right-hand side of the building. You have these 3 big tanks here. They are serviced by Locklands. Any problems, you call that number. They will come out and check for leaks. If you smell gas, they'll maintain that stuff, and they come out even during the winter, and they fill it when they can get down this hill. As it is right now, they're probably not filling it anytime real soon. But as you can see, if you look inside, you have your valves there, and there is the gauge, which shows that this tank is full, and this is the 3rd in the series. So if this one has gas in it, you're good. But you can check either one of these 2 right now. All 3 tanks are full. So this house is good to go right now, or at least a supply of gas is not the problem. I think that concludes the tour for today.